Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today is the third video in the Winter Junk Journal Challenge series that I am hosting with Emilee at Emilee's Paper Caper. I'll have her links down below. So we decided to make a winter junk journal and do a 4-week series that we have been posting on Monday. We started off with an unboxing video of the things that were not unboxing, but just reveal what we were going to be using, the supplies that we had. And then the second video was the construction of the book. And then today we are working on embellishments. So if you want to see any of the other videos, I'll have the links down below. And for now, I'm going to get started making a tassel for my book along with a charm. And then I'm going to make probably a bookmark and then a possible page. I'm going to make a bookmark with this cutout. I have a file on Cricut Design Space with some winter items that were fun. So I'll have the link for that down below that you can go to. Some of them you may have to purchase. I have the subscription to the Cricut Design Space, but they'll be together in one file anyway, and you can decide, or you can find other things that maybe you have, find other files that you can put into Design Space, whatever. But I'm going to make a bookmark with this cute little snowman that I found, and then possibly, if I have time, just make a pocket out of this, or a tag or something out of the front of this card. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off by making the tassel. And what I have gathered here, I have this drawer pull. It's kind of like a, what do they call it? You have to poke a hole, put the two ends through, and then it has this pull. It's called a drawer pull, and I'll have a link down below. You can find them on Amazon or AliExpress or Wish, those apps. I'm sure Temu has them too. But they're just easy little tassel rings. You can add charm dangles to them. So that's what I'm using. And then I have my lace, my ribbons, and then, well, I have this twine, another ribbon for my stash. I have this fluffy yarn that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I tried to find some pom-pom trim that was more of like a yarn, but they didn't have any. So I found this chenille yarn here. So what we want to do is just go ahead and start cutting strips, and I always make them about a foot long. It just depends on how long you want to make your tassel. So if you have your book here, just take a piece and decide how long. I kind of like it to go 3/4 length, but you can trim it after. So I'm going to say I'll make them about this long. That's probably a little over a foot, but I just kind of eyeball it anyways. So cut my pieces. I have enough here that I only need to do one piece of each item. Since this is a thinner book, it doesn't need to be super chunky of a tassel. So we'll trim these all. These ribbons were all from the Dollar Tree. There's still time, guys, if you want to join in on the challenge. And if you have a YouTube channel and want to post videos, each time you post a video on my channel, I'm giving away this book. So you will be entered each time. You'll have a chance an extra chance in the giveaway. And I'll be doing the giveaway, the actual YouTube video at the end. Well, that'll be the official comment on that video, and I will draw the name from that video. But I also will add in extra chances from Instagram, and if you post a video on Instagram or pictures or a video on YouTube, you get the gist. Okay, I have my lace, so I want to add that in. They used to put the lace on a roll, and I think I liked the lace on the roll better, but the lace is the same. I just like the roll part, but maybe they're just trying to save, I don't know, save packaging. Okay, let's see here. I would love a blanket with this chenille yarn. It's so soft. And I'll add in a piece of my twine here, but I'm also going to use the twine to tie the tassel. Okay, I have all my pieces. I'm just going to take it and fold it. Well, first I'm pulling it up by the center, but I'm going to kind of twist one end together so I can get it through my little ring here. Poke it through. If you don't have one of these, you can use a binder ring and then just punch a hole at the top of on the corner of your spine and hook it through that way, or a big lobster clasp in a ring. Or you can use a paper clip, a big paper clip, and just put the tassel on the end of the paper clip and slide it over your spine on the inside of, like, slide it over the outside so it goes inside the spine. I've done that before too on thinner books. It's just whatever you have in your stash, but I always use these for my solid books, like the solid cover books. Now I'm just trying to get them in like lay them the way I want, you know, how to layer them here. I think I kind of want that chenille yarn at the top, so I just have to work it back up here like that. And then I'm gonna pull them the length that I want, kind of make them even on both sides of the here, or the ring here. Okay, I'm just gonna lay that down. I'm gonna take my twine now and I'm going to wrap it from the front around to the back and flip it over, and I'm going to put a double knot and tie it as tight as I can get it. I haven't cut this piece yet. I just have enough on this side, a little bit longer than the length of my tassel at this point, and I'm just going to tie this part, use the end and tie a double knot here. pulled tight. We'll adjust all those pieces here in a bit after I get it tied. And then at that point you can cut pieces if you want them to be shorter, or just pull them down. All right, so I have it double knotted. I'm going to turn it over. This one's a little loose, so I'm going to try and pull it and tighten it like that. And I'll pull these pieces to kind of even them out. All right. I think I have them the way that I want them. This one is a little loose. Okay. So now what we need to do is take the end of your twine that you didn't cut off the roll, and we're going to wrap it several times around at the point where you have it tied there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, or however long you want. And then you're going to take the other end of that, the initial tied part, that end, and we're going to double knot it again with this end you haven't. I hope that made sense. I'm going to double knot it. And then trim that off. So that's a part. And then let's go ahead, and if you have to make any more adjustments, you can do that. Tighten any pieces that need to be tightened at the top. Or adjust your ribbons if it kind of moved. But I think I have it now the way that I want it. This blue one's a little bit, let's see. There we go. I think that looks cute. Okay, now I just need to poke a hole in the spine of my book. So I'm opening up my book here. And you need a paper piercer, which I need to grab. Just a paper piercer, and I'm going to put my finger, you need to put your finger in between your two signatures, and I'm going to go down to about 1 inch away from the top here, and you're going to poke a hole right in the center. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm just feeling down in there, but you'll want to move your finger, of course, and just poke your hole. I'm just putting my finger back here just to make sure I don't poke into my signatures. So I'm in between them, so I just poked a hole right through. Have that hole there. And now I just need to take the two ends of this, of the little pole here, and poke. You need to move them together like that as much as you can, and then poke those two ends through. This is kind of like a brad. That's what I was trying to think of. For some reason that left my brain. This is a little noodly here, but you have to kind of get both ends of that in the hole and push it through. My fingers are not very strong, so, and I've done this lots of times, but my fingers just aren't very strong to my thumb strength to push it through. Kind of need like a pliers maybe. Let me try. I'm going to use my pliers. Well, I got it through. I didn't need my pliers. Okay. So I poked them through, and if you look through here, can you see that? You just need to move the two ends opposite like a brad and just fix it right there, and then it's in. So there's what it looks like here. Now I'm going to make a little charm dangle. So we've got that done. I have these beads. There's the pearl beads and the wood shapes of the snowman wood shapes, and these blue beads that I thought would be cool. Oh, also, I had this strip of the fabric that I was going to include in the tassel, and I think I'll try and work that in later because I really want to include some of the fabric. I always try and do that. But anyway, let's move on to this. The first thing you want to do is paint my snowman, and I just want him white. I'm not going to do anything else to him, just paint him white. And then I have these little screw eyes. They're tiny for jewelry or whatever, like they're to make charms. So it's a screw eye that screws in the top. I think I picked these up at Michael's or Joann's or maybe Hobby Lobby, but probably Michael's or Joann's, because I think when I bought these I didn't have a Hobby Lobby near me. But they're just, they have a screw head or a screw bottom on them, and the head is a little eye or circle, and you can just screw them in the top. But I'm going to paint this first and then screw that in. Okay, let's have this scrap piece of plastic here. I'm going to paint and leave this on there. I have some acrylic paint here. And a brush. I'm just going to paint this really quick here. For this challenge, if you want to participate, it can be with whatever you have in your stash. It doesn't have to be all Dollar Tree. I just happened to find a bunch of stuff like before Christmas and after Christmas, and so I wanted to, I always like to challenge myself to do stuff from the Dollar Tree. It used to be much more of a challenge at the Dollar Tree because they didn't carry as much crafting supplies, but still I try and find things that aren't normally crafting supplies and try and use them. Like I did on the cover, I picked out a microfiber cloth from the auto supply area. Yeah, that was probably the most, I guess, non-crafting item that I had. All right. I'm going to let that dry a little bit and then I'll paint the rest of it. I just don't want to touch the wet paint right now. Okay. I'll do that, finish that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and do the rest of the charm part. Move that over there. Okay, I have these iridescent beads. Gonna have to put these in a different bag or container. And then I have these pearl beads, and I'll use the, actually, these would be so cute to make a little snowman because there's different sizes. So I'm gonna do a little charm with the 3 bigger size of these beads and make a little snowman charm. It'll just be the 3 beads, but it'll, you know what I mean. It'll look like a snowman. I need different little baggies for those. Oh, well, there they all go. Well, okay. So, let me get my little pins. I have these straight pins that you can buy at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby in the jewelry making section. And I'm going to see, the ones I have just have the flat end. They do make some that have a loop end, and I used to have some of those, but I think I've used them all. But the ones with the loop end are a little bit bigger, so that when you have beads that have bigger holes, it won't go all the way through, so it'll hold. I think that these are small enough holes that I can use my flat end here and it won't go through, so let me try it here. Oh yeah, that it won't come off the end, so that's good. So I have one bigger bead, and then put the next size, and then this next size down. Trying not to dump these all out because I did that with the tiny ones. Okay. All right, I have that one on there. So now I'm just going to make a loop at the top. I have round-ended pliers here, and I'm just going to hold it at the top. I'm not a jewelry maker by any means, but to make a little rounded edge, you hold it at the top with your round edge pliers and go down, and then pull it to the front like this. Hopefully you can see that. And then go around and go as many times around, as tight as you can make it. And then you can just go as far as you can with your fingers. And then I just like to clip that off. Or you could use another pair of pliers and twist it all the way, but I'm just going to clip this off. I needed my snips here, my wire cutters. I'm just going to clip it right close, as close as I can. There. I need my hand strength here, and I don't have much of it. There, okay, I got it. So I don't know if you can see that, if it'll focus, but now there's a little round end at the top and we have a little charm. So that's cool. Now I'm going to take and just put some beads on here. I don't know how many I should put on here. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to use I'll have to use a combination of the white beads and these, because this hole is way too big. I can already tell. So I'm going to use one of these. Let's see. I'll use one of the bigger ones of the pearl beads and put that at the bottom. And then I'll just kind of alternate get one of these blue ones, and then maybe one of the smaller next size down of the bead, of the pearl beads. And this is just going to be a random mixture. Another big iridescent bead. That's as far as I can go, I think, because it'll leave me a little bit there at the top to make my loop end. So hold it, go down, and then to pull it around to the front as tight as you can get it there, and then you just want to bend it around. And it's kind of hard right now because it's so short. I'm going to go as far as I can here. All right. I don't know if I can get it any further or not. I don't think I can, so I think I'm just going to clip that off. Got it a couple times around. Or you can bend it down inside the bead. You can do that. All right. Now what we need to do is put jump rings on these. And all of these items I've just picked up from Michael's. You can also find them on Amazon, I'm sure. And I have all different sizes of jump rings. I'm just going to pick a couple of my bigger ones because those are easy. And I don't know exactly what, I mean, they're like millimeter sizes. So I don't know what the millimeter sizes are these. What millimeter sizes these are. My words are escaping me. Okay, so I'm just going to put the jump rings on. I just use 2 pliers and pull it apart. Put it through my charm and pull it back together. That one's done. And I'm hoping that you're seeing this. Okay, we'll do this one. Pull it apart. Put it through the hole. And pull it back together here. Oops. It's kind of, there we go. Okay. Now, well, we actually will have to put that onto the lobster clasp here in a bit. Okay. All right, I let the snowman dry. I finished and he's pretty much dry. It's kind of a little tacky still, but it's okay. I'm going to use my paper piercer and poke a small hole in here just to get it started. It's kind of like pre-drilling holes for screws. It'll just make it a little easier to put in the screw eye. And I'm going to take my screw eye and screw it in. And it goes the same, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So you gotta go to the right to make it tighter. And since this is wood, it goes in pretty good. You don't have to use any glue or anything. So now it's a little charm. Love these. Okay, now we want a jump ring for the wood snowman too. And I also have a little tiny piece of chain, and this is in the jewelry section too. So I'm going to attach each of these charms to the chain, and then the lobster clasp will go, I'll attach it on the top of the chain. So the lobster clasp has a little eye at the bottom, but it doesn't open up. You have to add a jump ring to it. So I'm going to add a jump ring to that. So all of the pieces need a jump ring in order to be attached. So first I'm going to add my jump ring to the lobster clasp and then add that to the chain. And I don't know if they carry any kind of the metal pieces at the Dollar Tree, because I've just had it. When I started doing charms and things, they didn't. I know they have a bunch of beads, but I just haven't paid attention. So let me know if you know if they have like the jump rings and the lobster clasps and the chain. You might be able to take apart, well, do they even sell any kind of cheap jewelry there? I don't know. Maybe like headbands would have a jump ring with, I don't know. I'll just have to check it out. Okay, so I have that part there. I'm going to add my jump ring to the wood snowman. And before I close this up, I'm going to add it to the bottom of the chain. And I wear glasses, or not glasses, I wear contacts, but my close-up vision with my contacts is limited. So I'm going to close that up. It gets together there. So I have the snowman at the bottom, and then I'm going to add in my iridescent and pearl little charm. Just need to open it up a little and put it on. About in the middle of my chain. Probably could have made this chain a little bit smaller, but I think it'll be fine. I just can't see. Can't see. To get it through the hole. There we go. Maybe not. Nope. Still isn't in there. There we go. I got it that time. Just close it up. There. All right. That's what it looks like. We're almost done with this embellishment. Just need to open up the jump ring on the little tiny pearl snowman and add him or her to the top. Just going to put it in the very top ring of the chain, or the link. Actually, I'm going to go down one because the top is hooked to the other jump ring, so it doesn't leave enough space. There we go. All right. Okay, got it together there. All right, so there is that. I think it turned out really cute. Okay, and then this will hook onto the ring up here on our tassel. You could also hook it over here. That would be really cute onto your ribbon. But I'm going to put it up at the tassel, and then whoever gets this book can change it if they want. But I love it. I love how that turned out. Okay, so now I know this is probably going to be a longer video. I apologize. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to figure out where I want to put this snow globe here. This was the card from the Dollar Tree. It's one of their layered cards that is usually... Oh, I have this. That'll have to go in the book. I'll put that in the book. But I don't... Since this is a winter and not a Christmas... I mean, this could be used for your Christmas, whoever gets it. But I'm just going to pull it off the front here. It's just on there with puffy tape. And I may use like this blue part on the inside. I don't know. But this, actually, I think it's going to go right here. I was going to make it a pocket, but I think this needs something, and I think it will look good right here, actually. And the stickers are right in the right spot for this. So that was easy. Okay. Now I want to make... Sorry, that was anticlimactic. But the last thing I want to make in this video is a bookmark with this really cute snowman. So I have the snowman, and then I have a piece of the tissue paper that was from the Dollar Tree. And so I was going to use that kind of in the background. And let me get a piece of white cardstock. I have my cardstock here and my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut 2.5 inch wide, I think. No, I better make that longer. I can go longer because this book is pretty tall, but I'm going to make it 2.5 inches wide. This is, let's see, this is 11 inches long, this paper. But it doesn't need to be that big. I just needed it bigger than the other direction. And then his little arms are going to be poking off, but that's okay. I'm going to make this. I have this tag punch. So actually, I'll go ahead and do that first before I cut this strip down. So this tag punch, I think it was from Amazon. I'll link it. It has 3 sizes that you can stick in here to make it. It's a bigger tab. It's meant for like jewelry topper. You know how it has that? I'll let you see here in a second. So I made it 2.5. And you just stick it all the way in and do that, and it makes the top like that. It's pretty cool. And then I just tie things at the top there. But this will go, so this is a pretty tall bookmark. And it still fits. It's not even bigger than the book yet. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this off at the bottom. About there. And then we're going to add some of that to the background. I have some Mod Podge. It's not the matte. This is glossy, so I'm not going to go over the top because it'll just make it sticky. I need to get some matte, but this is just what I have right now. I'm just going to put a thin layer of this down. And I think even this is a little old. It's kind of runny, but that's, I guess Mod Podge is normally runny, right? So I'm going to how this is gonna do, maybe like that. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm gonna paint this with Mod Podge, which, yeah, paint this with Mod Podge, lay my Mod Podge, and lay my tissue down on top and then cut around it. I think that'll be easier than trying to cut the tissue out and laying it down. I really need to clean my work surface because I've used glue on it so many times. Okay, I'm gonna lay this down here. Let's see. Oops. Uh-oh, I think I'm stuck. It's just gonna be that way. That's fine. All right, kind of smooth that out as much as I can, but that's okay. It's a junk journal, right? So no mistakes. And then, let's see. I only went up that far. Do I want to go all the way? Yeah, I think I do. Add a little bit more at the top here. There we go, and this little bit over here. All right, I think I got it. All right, okay. Now I think I'm just gonna tear it. It's super easy just to tear it off. Oops. Oh wait. This piece did not get any. There we go. Oops. All right. I'll let that dry a little bit. Tear this. Wow. I'm impressing myself here. I didn't know that would work. The bottom, I need a little bit more glue. There we go. That's still wet, so I don't want to tear that yet. See if this is dried. Yeah, there we go. Yay! I love that. I love that for me. It's still didn't get dry down there, or wet enough. I need to add a little bit of glue to that corner. All right. That's still a little bit wet, so I'm going to cut it. Otherwise it'll tear. There we go. Oops, sorry about that, guys. All right. I love it. Look at that. Very cool. All right. So now I'm going to attach the snowman down here. I'm going to try using the Mod Podge. Should work, right? It'll just be easier than try to use the tacky glue. Oh yeah, this will work. Hopefully it doesn't seep through too much on the other side. There's another dog outside barking, so he feels the need to shout out to his friend. Okay, I'm going to put part of this down to make sure it will stick. That works. Yeah, it's a lot easier than using a glue bottle. Except he's a little crooked. Well, that'll be okay. I can just finagle him over a little bit. Okay, gotta put the glue on the rest here. Wow, I am really discovering new things today. We're almost done, guys, if you've stuck through. I just wanted to do this in real time today, and it's a long real time. I just thought it would be more enjoyable that way. So hopefully you have your cup of hot cocoa or your coffee and you're just bundled up watching my video, crafting along with me. Okay. Put him down there. Yay, okay. Very cool, very cool. Love that. So, the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do it too, I want it to be thin enough to fit into a pocket. So, I'm not gonna add too much down here. I'm just gonna add some ribbons and twine up at the top. And, or maybe some of this. Where's the end of it here? It's right here. There we go. Oh, that'll be fun. And maybe add a little bit of blue sheer ribbon. I think that'll be good. I'm just gonna cut a piece off of there. This is so fun. And I'll use this sheer blue here. Kind of matches. So I'm just gonna double knot it. Maybe, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna pull them both through and then use my twine and tie them at the top with the twine. So I'm gonna cut this. I find it doesn't get so thick if you do it that way. And yeah, let's see. There's that. And then I'm going to use my twine. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys are able to join in. As I said before, all the links down below for Emilee's Instagram and her YouTube channel. And check out her videos that she's done. She's actually doing an altered book, a really cool book that she found at the Dollar Tree, and I was just like really jealous or envious of her because I've never found books like that, and it was like an awesome kids book with lots of illustrations, but like a novel or like a chapter book, I guess. But it had like kind of like a vintage images, at least what I could tell. It's kind of hard to see, but she's doing an altered book, and I really want to try that out sometime, where you just keep the pages bound in the book and you just tear out certain pieces, and she cut out sections to put her elements in, so it's really cool. All right, so that's it. I love it. And we'll find a spot in the book for our tag. And the tag you can use just as a bookmark in your journal, or you can write journaling or add pictures on the back. So cute. All right. So this, I'm just going to tuck it in here for now, so it'll fit right in there. Uh-oh. I accidentally... Okay. I'm going to have to move it. Fortunately, this pops off easy. I'm going to have to move this down. Okay, I'll fix that. But that's going to go there for now. Very cool. I'm going to see if I can move this glue line there. That'll work. And then stick it back down. There we go. Just make sure. There. All right. Okay, guys. Hopefully you stuck around this entire video. I know it was a little bit longer, but we had fun making a tassel. We had fun making these charms and the bookmark. Hopefully you are able to join in on this challenge. I really want you to. And share things on Instagram. I'm at Creative Crafticality. And then I'll have Emilee's links down below as well. You can post on her channel. And if you have a YouTube video, go ahead and let me know what your channel name is, and I can check out anything that you've been working on. There is a person, oh boy, I can't remember her name, but I'll put it up here, what her name is, her channel. I'm so sorry, it left my brain. But she is joining in as well. She has a YouTube channel and an Instagram, and so I'll link her, I'll put her channel up here so you can go over and check out her channel and see what she's working with. She found she had a really cool snowman. I think it was wood. And then she had some really cool fabrics from the Dollar Tree that she found. And she's using a scarf that has matching colors. So I can't wait to see what she's making. Emilee's making a really cool book. So yeah, check everybody out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's super long. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Come back next week for the final video flip through, and we'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.